Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? This is going to be the first ever little vlog, podcast, whatever thingy that I'm going to do without my face on the screen. So we're going to give this type of format video a shot, in the vein of Leafy and the billion other YouTubers who do this. And I'm going to see how it goes. If not, by next week, we'll go back to my regular background and I'll set up something really nice, change it every now and again to switch things up, and that'll be that. Today, I wanted to talk about Rogue One, and the reason I don't want to say I'd refuse to see it. The reason I'd refuse to see it, because I probably am going to see it, but I'm probably just going to bitch and whine the entire time, mainly because I really don't care for it. I don't care for the idea, anything. And originally, I wasn't going to see it whatsoever. I had completely just decided not to, because as soon as I saw the trailer, I knew exactly what this was going to be. And I know this opinion is going to get a lot of slack. I don't care, I'm going to say it anyways. I think that Rogue One is going to be nothing but an attempt by the people who made the attempt by Disney to pretty much just squander the fucking film franchise. An excuse to throw Darth Vader in to get all of the nostalgia, kicks up. And they're going to introduce characters that people aren't going to give a shit about. Maybe one or two characters will be decent, but I guarantee you the main character is going to be not likable in the least bit. And honestly, it's a cash grab. In my personal opinion, I'm a big fan of Star Wars. I'm not a diehard fan, but to people like me, a whole prequel that happened in between the other two movies, it's unneeded. All the explanations, and I had this whole conversation, I've had this argument countless times, and each time it ends with the Star Wars fan shrugging their shoulders. The diehard Star Wars fan just shrugs their shoulders and goes, well, yeah, to each his own, blah, blah, blah. And yes, I agree, to each his own. But when I say that I'm not going to watch it and I give my statements and I get hounded for it, that's a little bit annoying. Because when they lose the argument, then it's to each his own. But as long as I state my opinion, it's apparently not okay. Basically, the only reason I'm not going to see it is because, honestly, I think it's just a cash grab by Disney, and I think it's absolutely pathetic that people are going to go and they're going to put their money forth to see it. And honestly, the story is completely unneeded. It's an excuse to throw in characters from the past so people can pretty much just walk in. Oh yeah, I remember that. I enjoyed that. But that's all it is a cash grab, and the only reason I'm going to see it now. Maybe, I don't even know if I'm going to see it. I may wait till it comes out, and even when it comes out, I may not watch it again for the next few years. But it's just an attempt, like I said, it's just an attempt to squander. And I really don't think that... I think people are going to look back on it as, it's one of those stories that if you're a fan, you'll appreciate it. But if you're not, a diehard fan of Star Wars, then you're just going to look at it as a story that was unneeded. You either needed to hear about it or you didn't need to hear about it. It all boils down to personal preference. But me personally, I'm not interested. I know exactly what this is, and it's sad. Just a cash grab, just a way for them to throw in old characters and go, hey, look, something new. No, it's a prequel. I don't care how they got the plans. They got the plans. I'm sure they would have made a movie back then if it was that important. If the little details of how they got the plans were that important, that they would have made it back then when the original trilogy was going on. The only reason they're doing it now is because Disney's got it and Disney doesn't have enough money, so they're just going to make another one. So, not looking forward to it. Probably not going to see it. And that's all I have to say about that.